Hello and welcome back to Jenna Gets Creative. It is Art Addicts Alliance Day. Yes, I know, it's only the 15th, but it is indeed the third Friday of the month. We're doing a bit of a free-for-all this month, so everybody is potentially drawing something entirely different. I am so excited to see what everybody else is doing. And we have a featured guest this month, which is also super exciting. Let's talk about all that important stuff, and I will also talk about my piece as well. By the way, I think I have my brand new mic figured out this time. Tell me if the audio is crap or not, but I think the secret was putting it on the boom arm and not using the stand it came with. I'm not getting as much hissing and random bumping noises when I'm not touching the mic anyway. If you're not familiar with the Art Addicts Alliance, we are a group of artists here on YouTube. We get together on the third Friday of every month and we upload as close to the same time, the same day as possible. We are all over the globe and sometimes, life happens. Friday turns into Saturday and Sunday, but that's okay. We meet up on Discord. You are welcome to join us on our Discord server at any time. We do have a public side just for chatting and hanging out and sharing your art, whatever you want to do. But if you want to become a member or a featured guest with us, that is also where you're going to do that and unlock the member features. The current permanent members of the Art Addicts Alliance are Jazz Capri, Weblight Dreams, myself, Jenna Gets Creative, Pan-Dimensional Space Zombie, All Funnies and Games, Artsy Pineapple, Enjoy Drawing with Mary, Darkstar Creations, Color Nix, Jude and Her Pencil, channel name change, notice that, and Fuzzy Dragons. Our featured guest for April is Emily Draws. Welcome, Emily. So glad to have you on this month. So if you are interested in joining us, we do accept featured guest applications for any month that you want to feature with us, and what that means is, just like Emily this month, you are a temporary part of the team for that month. We do communicate with you ahead of time to make sure that you know exactly what's going on, and you can upload with us on the same weekend. We shout you out, you shout us out, we're all doing the same theme. It's cool. All we ask if you want to be a featured guest is that you are an active YouTube channel and art is at least one of the main things you do. Those are really the only two things we need. Because it's YouTube, because we don't want to get in trouble, you do also have to be at least 14 years old and not doing other stuff on your channel that is super problematic that could get the group in trouble. Other than that, if you're active and you do art, you can feature with us and we would love to have you apply on the Discord server. If you would like to become a member of the team permanently, you are also welcome to do that. You will also be applying on the Discord server. There are two things different about applying to become a permanent member. Number one, you do have to have at least 100 subscribers on your channel when you apply. That just shows us that you have curated a bit of an audience. You do have a little bit of a following. The second thing that's different is we are going to ask for an audition video. That just means send us an Art Addicts Alliance video so that we can see that you've understood the assignment. You understand how to make an Art Addicts Alliance video. If you feature with us officially, that can be your audition video. So say Emily wants to join us, I hope she does. She can just resubmit the link to this weekend's video to us and say, let me in. And we probably will. It'll go to vote, but we probably will. If you don't officially guest with us first, you can unofficially guest with us at any time. You can get a heads up on what the theme is going to be over on the Discord channel, and you can unofficially guest with us at the same time if you want to. But when you're making your unofficial guest video for an audition, you can pick an older theme that we did several months ago and do it any random day, and that will count as well. You just have to send us the link after you've done it. We are trying to get the team back up to the 15 member cap that it hasn't had in years, honestly. And yeah, we would love to have some new faces on the team. So if you are an artist here on YouTube, join us. Have some fun with us. As I already mentioned, we do collaborate on the third Friday of every month. You are allowed to miss months here and there. Understandable, sometimes life happens, sometimes the chosen themes just aren't inspiring, sometimes there are other reasons why maybe those themes won't work for you. That's okay, just don't ghost us, just don't completely disappear forever. Some of us hang out on the Discord server all month long and other people are kind of only heard from on upload day, and that is perfectly fine. However you want to play with us is up to you. As I teased at the beginning of this video, this month we're doing a bit of a free-for-all. Normally how the whole theme thing works is that when it's getting time to make a voting poll for the theme, everybody who wants to just throws some ideas in on Discord, and the lovely Jazz Capri makes a poll and we go and vote, and the two that have the most votes become our options, our official theme options for the upcoming month. This time we decided no poll, just the good suggestions that we haven't done in a long time or ever. Those are valid options on the list and everybody just gets to pick whatever we want. So the options to pick from this month were something from the year you were born, a past prompts mashup, your state or province national animal or flower, a favorite childhood toy, a tattoo you would get, type and fonts, dream room, so designing your dream room, an unusual still life, food, or modernized traditional / cultural dress from your country. I have chosen to incorporate 2 themes. I was gonna go with 3, and I guess technically you could say this is 3, but mainly I'm going for 2 here. The state / province animal or flower. I currently live in Newfoundland, but I based this on British Columbia, which is where I was born and raised, lived there for the first 24 years of my life. I looked up what the official animal was for BC. I already knew the flower, but I found out that they don't just specify one official animal. They have a land animal and a fish and a bird and a this and a that and whatnot. So I've incorporated some of that. I've also incorporated a few other things. Let me talk about the BC symbols and then we will talk about the other elements that incorporate some other prompts. I'll let you see if you can guess what the other bits are before I actually mention them. So for the official symbols of BC, the official flower is the Pacific dogwood flower. The official bird is the Steller's jay. The official mammal, land mammal, is the spirit bear. BC's fish is the Pacific salmon. The gemstone is jade. The official tree is the western red cedar. And apparently British Columbia also has a provincial tartan. I am not incorporating the tartan. That would make this a little too busy. In this piece, you will see that I have a bear. There is a flower on the bear's head. It is looking down at a bird sitting on a plaque that has a fish. Let's get into it here. First of all, the Pacific dogwood is the official flower of British Columbia. This has been the official emblem of British Columbia since 1956. It grows on a tree. The tree gets to be 6 to 8 meters high, and in April and May it has these beautiful white flowers on it, and then in the autumn it gets clusters of red berries to, feed the birds for the winter. When you graduate public high school in BC, besides your diploma, you also get a kind of school leaving certificate, just a proof that you actually did meet your curriculum requirements, and that is called your dogwood, named after the flower. Fun fact. So that is the white flower you see in this piece on the bear. Moving on, I'm going in the order on the website I got this from, not the order that I would want to talk about them on the piece. The Steller's jay, sometimes it's called like the western blue jay. This is a species of jay that is mostly blue, but it gets very, very dark up to being black up at the head, up on the top feathers. This has been the official bird of BC since just 1987. Not all that long in the grand scheme of things. I love these birds. Between these guys and the gray jays, also known as whiskey jacks, these are all over the woods and the campgrounds in BC. And if you're patient, you can feed them out of your hand. Moving on to the bear. The spirit bear is especially important in oral history traditions among the indigenous peoples in the area of British Columbia. There is a subspecies of the North American black bear known as the Kermode bear, and about 10% of that type of black bear has this genetic dilution of their coat, so they're almost white. We know it's a dilution and not albinism because there is some brownish pigment left in the coat, and their eyes and nose aren't discolored. The white ones, the spirit bear, they play a particularly important, very symbolic role in Indigenous oral history, so it makes sense that that was chosen to be the official land animal for British Columbia. That was actually only adopted as the official animal for BC in 2006, which is the year I graduated high school. The fish we see in this piece is a Pacific salmon. The official fish for British Columbia is the Pacific salmon. There are several subspecies of Pacific salmon, and I have specifically drawn the sockeye salmon because it's my favorite to eat. They are delicious. The salmon, again, also very, very important in Indigenous oral history and traditions in the British Columbia region. This one was only adopted as an official animal for British Columbia in 2013. I will be using a lot of green in the background of this piece because the official gemstone for British Columbia is Jade, and that has been an emblem of British Columbia since 1968, one of the older ones on this list. There are several different natural colors of jade, but of course when you think jade, you think green. So that is what I'm featuring in the background here. I'm not featuring the tree or the tartan. I already said I wasn't featuring the tartan. I'm also not featuring the western red cedar just because I ran out of space planning this. I guess you could argue that the plaque the fish is on is possibly made out of red cedar. Now let's address the plaque that the fish is on. So you guys remember those Bass Pro Shop Big Mouth Billy Bass things? The singing fish. I believe it was the Big Mouth Billy Bass that started it, and that was in the very late 90s, so not a thing from the year I was born. I am older than that. I guess you could argue that that is a toy from my childhood, but anyway, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, there are plastic covered animatronics that are made to look like fish, mounted on a wall like a fisherman would do with their proud biggest catch, except these ones, when you press the button on the plaque, it starts flapping its tail and moving around to look at you and moving its mouth, lip syncing to whatever song is recorded and being played through the speaker in the plaque. One of the most common songs for these ones to sing is yeah, Don't Worry, Be Happy. Don't Worry, Be Happy is by Bobby McFerrin, and that was recorded and released in 1988. I believe the music video was also recorded in 1988. I was born in 1988, so that is a thing from the year I was born. I love the music video for that one. It features Robin Williams. But there we go. We have some official symbols of my home province, including the official flower and land mammal. We have a toy from my childhood that is also representing a thing from the year I was born. I had a lot of fun coming up with the concept for this piece. I'm recording the voiceover part before I actually paint it. I hope it turns out as good as I'm thinking it will, hoping it will. Yeah, this was a lot of fun to plan. If I am not the last Art Addicts Alliance video you are watching this weekend, do make sure you go ahead and watch everybody else. I will have everybody linked down below in the description box and in the pinned comment. And if somehow I am the last Art Addicts Alliance video you are watching today, well, if you're looking for more to watch, I've got some suggestions up on the left side of the screen now. Don't forget to like, comment, maybe even subscribe, and if you like living life creatively, whatever that means to you, I'd love to have you along for the ride. Bye guys!